Here we go, ladies and gentlemen, welcome in. The first attack of the war is about to go in. Unfortunately, we weren't able to catch it live. My mistake right there. I forgot to press record. But anyways, welcome to the channel, guys. Hopefully you guys are enjoying the content. If you do, like, comment, subscribe, all of that good stuff. Now let's get into this war. Root Riders Valkyries in from the 2 o'clock side, Siege Barracks over at the 12 o'clock section, Queen down at the 3 o'clock side, Rocket Loons in that clan castle are making things a little bit harder. Overgrowth spell perfectly placed over the Townhall Poison Tower, getting 2 singles and also a double cannon. We have got this Royal Champion that we rage up at the 11 o'clock compartment, pushing her way in towards the Monolith and the Eagle Artillery. King inside of that core is going to be absolutely perfect due to the fact that that Overgrowth spell is about to run out sooner rather than later. Queen wall broken in towards that 6 o'clock side of the base. Second super wall breaker to open up that double cannon section as well. Overgrowth finally does end up running out. King ability goes off with that giant gauntlet. It's going to be absolute massacre in the core. Freeze on the Town Hall, freezing on that single target Inferno Tower as well. Down goes the RC ability, taking down the double cannon. Queen ability went off to speed up time, and there we have Simone coming on in as the opening attacker of Synchronic, getting the job done, picking off that first 3-star in textbook fashion. Here we go, the second attack of the war is in. Boom Academy are coming on in with, ooh, they've got 6 bats on this one. Are they coming in with a Sui Lalo? That would be interesting. King over at the 9 o'clock side with a headhunter for the Queen. Our Queen is going on into this Expo multi-arch tower compartment. In the meantime, the Lalo had started with the blimp for the Town Hall, a couple of loons from 2 o'clock going on into this scattershot double cannon area right there, with the headhunters taking down that enemy RC very quickly. Triple Ice Golem coming on out of the CC. The blimp manages to take down the Town Hall relatively easily. Ice Golems are going to cause a bit of an issue for him at the moment. A couple more balloons coming on in from the 12 o'clock side of the base. Bats now swarming in over that scatter shot. Eagle locks onto a couple of these bats right here, which could be very problematic, but they get out of range of the Eagle. The bats did have a very awkward split at the moment for Isekai of Boom Academy, but he should have enough firepower to get the job done. Hopefully, let's see if he is able to push on through. Hogs from that RC puppet as well are going to get the job done. RC picks off that Monolith, and this is a very, very fast attack coming on in by Boom Academy, matching Synchronic Gaming stride for stride. It will be a little bit slower than Simone's first attack of the war, but very nicely executed. Sui Lalo coming on in by Boom Academy. They actually slowed down a lot, coming on in at around about 1 minute and 29 seconds. Not a bad opener, but they are trailing by time. Here we are, the second attacker for Synchronic right here. The captain, General X, is in. King over at the 3 o'clock side with the Queen about 4 o'clock as well. Siege Barracks coming on in from the 9 o'clock section with the Royal Champion at 12, and the Root Riders coming on in from the 1 to 2 o'clock side of the base in towards this Eagle Artillery. Early rage spell has been deployed. We find a tornado trap in front of the Eagle Artillery. Triple Ice Golem are coming out of that clan castle. Warden ability time to absolute perfection, catching that Royal Champion in there as well. Single Inferno is going to be a slight bit annoying with the triple IG, but it shouldn't be too much of a big deal. King looping back onto the inside of the base. We have got the Queen picking off that double cannon. If she can pick off this scatter shot with the healers tanking, it's going to be perfect. King ability goes off in the core of the base. Super minions now coming on out from that Siege Barracks. This double single Inferno is going to be a little bit problematic right there. We still have this RC ability. Freeze on the single Inferno, freeze on the Monolith as well. We are going to be relying a lot on this Royal Champion to get the job done, with the Root Riders aiming to push forward in towards this base as well. RC finally locking onto that Town Hall. RC ability does go off. Queen should be able to pick off this X-board that is on ground. RC runs for that single Inferno. Down it goes. Down goes the X-board. Sweeper goes down. Same with the AD and the cannon. We freeze the cannon just for a little bit of extra time. And look at the time on the clock remaining. 1 minute 40 seconds left. 1 minute 23 star from General X, the captain, leading in textbook fashion. The next attack is now in for Boom Academy, their second hitter of this war. Kinara is coming in against Philip of Synchronic. Coming on in with the Root Rider spawn with the Overgrowth. Skelly's over at the 3 o'clock side, tanking for that Siege Barrack with a Headhunter to take down the King. Queen over at the top side of the 12 o'clock section. Root Riders and Valkyries incoming with the king from the 2 o'clock side directly in towards this queen. Double archer tower, double cannon as well. Perfectly timed warden ability for them, pushing everything through into the core. One poison spell does pop. Ooh, we missed the second poison tower right there inside of the overgrowth. Was that a mistake? We are gonna have to find out. Root Riders going for that mono with the queen working with the Peckers, right? The royal champion working with the Peckers. Queen working beautifully over at the outside at the 10 o'clock side of the base. King still has that gauntlet, which is going to be absolutely devastating in the core, depending on how long this overgrowth takes to run out right there, unless we see these Root Riders open up the wall, which they are going to do. King does step back in, will manage to pick off this Town Hall. It's looking like a very, very fast 3-star for Kinara. A lot of momentum still pushing through this base. No hero abilities left. 3 freezes remaining in pocket. We use one to freeze the Arch Tower and the AD. We swag the other freezes right there. 1 minute 10 seconds and counting at the moment. Another very fast 3-star from Boom Academy, putting a little bit of pressure back on Synchronic to see if they can keep up with their speedy attacks. Here we go, the next attacker for Synchronic, number 3 on the list for them right now. Einstein is in for Synchronic Gaming with the Super Barbs, the Root Riders and the Valkyries, of course. A quad Skelly spell on this one. That's a bit interesting. Normally you don't see too many Skellies. Let's see how he is going to utilize them as well. Now, Siege Barracks over at the 9 o'clock side of the base. We have the King over at the 6 o'clock section. Root Riders directly into the Warden Tower, as well as this double cannon right here as well. Mini Warden and also the Valkyries in behind. Warden ability goes off nice and early. Headhunters will pick off this opposing king at the bottom side. Invis Tower needs to go off sooner rather than later. We send our RC early right there. With the Fox is going to be able to pick off that Expo. Also the enemy the enemy Queen. Oh, we have a Super Dragon that CC. Royal Champion should be able to pick that off relatively easily. King and Queen on the outside right there. Townhall gets activated. Townhall does go down. Royal Champion now working her magic over on top of the Super Dragon should take it down with relative ease. Royal Champion of the opposing team though is doing massive work on our Root Riders. That Monolith may end up surviving right here, which could be very, very problematic for Einstein. We pop that King ability nice and early. Freeze coming on in on the Royal Champion and the Monolith. We send a couple of Super Barbs to get the job done. RC ability goes off. Queen still has her ability. We finally pop it right there. King ends up on top of the scatter shot inside the 2 o'clock compartment. Royal Champion picking off that double cannon. Fox does go down, but plenty of time remaining right here. Valkyrie on top of that CC and the core of the base. King tanking for the ground export. Down it does go. Queen finally locking onto that CC. AD goes down. 1 minute 21 seconds from Einstein to get the job done for Synchronic Gaming. Next attack is in. Unfortunately, I do not know how to pronounce this bro's name, so we're going to call him number 7. But he's Boom Academy's 3rd attacker of this war, coming on in against a very box-based-esque anti-2 run by Mark of Synchronic Gaming. So let's see how 7 manages to deal with this. Root Riders incoming. For the Monolith Warden side right there, 1 Root Rider to open up the wall for the Queen at the 3 o'clock side, pushing her in for that ground export. King was also placed with these Root Riders just to help the initial push in towards the base. Warden ability goes off nice and early. Siege Barracks was also placed at the 6 o'clock side as well. That Root Riders that can actually open up massive walls for the Queen. Overgrowth now coming on in, taking down that, not taking down, but covering the Town Hall and one side of the scatter as well. So we are leaving half of the base open for this King and Root Riders to push their way through. RC coming in for the double cannon, utilizing a rage spell right there, but the RC is under intense fire with the Fox going down very, very early. Might be a bit of an issue right here for number 7, as everything has gone past the Town Hall and is moving completely away from it. Queen ability goes off as well. RC is relatively low. Town Hall active is going to do a fair bit of damage, but we have got this King ability, so we can't forget how powerful the Gauntlet for the King essentially is. That Expo surviving at the back end could be a big factor for time for Boom Academy right here. But he has plenty of time on the clock, but we need to be a little bit faster if you want to keep up with the attack speed of Synchronic Gaming. Also, with that Gauntlet still active, this should more than likely be a 3-star, especially with that 1 free spell still remaining in pocket. We have plenty of Root Riders remaining also. King bounces to the outside. This is going to hurt a lot for 7 on time, unfortunately, with that Warden going down. We're reserving this King ability for when he comes down for the core of the base, because we know we need that Gauntlet to pick off the Scatter, to pick off the Arch Tower, and of course, and most importantly, that Town Hall right there as well. But will it be enough? This Town Hall poison will slow him down a little bit right there. We do have the Phoenix, I believe, on top of this King as well, which is definitely going to assist. But look at the time remaining on the clock. That's going to be a major issue for number 7 and also Boom Academy in general. This attack is going to shoot up their average attack time. So now if Synchronic can keep up with the 3 stars and keep them relatively fast, under 2 minutes, they will have this victory in the pocket. But that being said, everything is slowly starting to fade off right there, and we are down to the final 20 seconds of this attack. Finally, the expo goes down. That was a 2-minute 40-second 3-star for number 7 of Boom Academy. Here we go. Philip is now in for Synchronic Gaming. Siege Barracks over at the 9 o'clock side of the base. Queen over at the 6 o'clock side as well. We have got a couple of super barbs. We are sending in a skeleton tank for that mono and that early Tesla as well. Very nicely done. Super dragons incoming for the town hall area right here. Need to be a bit careful, but the super dragons are relatively strong. We're using them as E-dragons with a double rage. We did negate a couple of those seeking air mines with the warden ability. Absolutely beautifully done by Mr. Philip himself. Pushing in over the town hall. This poison is going to cause a little bit of issue. Super minions are coming on out of that siege barracks as well. We may see these rocket loons causing a bit of issues, but it shouldn't be too problematic unless they go towards the king. But the queen does have all of that covered, so that's completely fine. Super dragons are slowly fizzling out from the core of the base, which is a little bit of an issue. We still have the grand warden pushing his way through there. We have got the RC that comes in from the 12 o'clock side of the base. Super dragons as well working at that 10 o'clock section. Ground expo locking onto this royal champion is a little bit of an issue. King ability did go off with that gauntlet. We popped that queen ability nice and early. Freeze on the ground expo. Freeze on this double cannon as well. We're making sure everything goes down. Royal champion ability does go off. Freeze on that double cannon one more time. We do need it to go down sooner rather than later right here. RC finally manages to take it down. Freeze on the other double cannon because we need this queen to step on in. Time is going to be a bit of an issue right there at the moment as well. Queen finally takes down that multi-targeting Inferno Tower. RC locking onto that core Eagle Artillery. Fox makes her invisible again. Queen is going to wrap back around. Oh, she goes down, getting lured by those Skelly. Super Dragons finish off that double cannon. And there we have it. Philip is going to be coming on in for Synchronic Gaming with a 3-star. Around about 1 minute 40 seconds with those Super Drags. Very nicely done by him. Next attack is now in, coming on in for Sup Meow of Boom Academy with the Overgrowth Sui Lalo? Question mark? Okay, I don't think it should be a question mark right there, but it looks like it is going to be a Sui Lalo. No Zops, of course. We have got the Overgrowth, which is very interesting. I've never seen an Overgrowth used with any type of Lalo hit before, so I am very intrigued on how he intends to use it. King over at the 9 o'clock side of the base. We have got the queen at the 8 o'clock side to pick off this Eagle Artillery with the Ice Golem. Lalo now incoming from the 6 o'clock side as well. Headhunters caught in that attempt to pick off this enemy queen. Trying to push our loons forward towards this core multi-target Inferno Tower. Get it down nice and early with that raid spell. Pushing everything through. Triple Ice Golem right there as well, coming on out of the clan castle. Loons finally reach over towards that single target Inferno. More balloons coming on in from the 3 o'clock side with the blimp for the town hall. Overgrowth over that monolith as well. King ability did do a lot of damage over at the 9 o'clock side compartment of the base. Freeze coming on in over on this town hall. Town hall goes down relatively quickly with the sneaky goblins as well. We have got this royal champion that is working in the core of the base to pick off these double multi-target Infernos. Invisibility spell is used. RC ability does go off as well. We haste the loons, freeze the multi in the core right there. Mono should be going on down. The loons are relatively evenly split. Floored the defenses right here, so it shouldn't be too much of an issue. Haste over that ground expo because we know we need to keep this royal champion alive for the time cleanup right there as well. RC is pushing back towards that mono. Queen takes it down. We have got a little bit more trash buildings left most of them being storages and the king on the back end, which can be a little bit shaky at times. RC ends up going down to a giant bomb right there as well. King tanking a bunch of these minions that would have normally helped with cleanup, and unfortunately this is going to be another slow hit for Boom Academy, which means as long as Synchronic triple in their next hit, they will essentially win this war on time regardless of what Boom Academy do in their final hit. The final attacker for Synchronic is in Mark, coming on in to try and close the deal against GG in of Boom Academy. We have got the Root Riders, Super Barbs, Quad Skellies as well. Now, Siege Barracks on the 9 o'clock side of the base, Queen over at the 6 o'clock section, Root Riders, Valkyries, Warden, Mini Warden in for that single target Inferno Tower compartment at the 7 o'clock side of the base. We find a nice and early Tornado Trap right here. Queen needs to go back into the core of the base, which he does perfectly with the assistance of the Queen. Rocket Loon CC, that could be a little bit of an issue right there. That is very, very scary time for sure. Poison Spell was placed very, very nicely. Root Riders are getting rage up to push on forward. Poison finally takes down these rocket balloons, but that was a lot of damage that was suffered by these Root Riders. Now, is it going to be enough to get towards the back end of the base and pick off this Town Hall? King ability goes off very, very early on. Queen still has ability. Royal Champion also with that ability. Skelly Skull is placed right here to pick off this monolith in the core, or at least tank for this. The Royal Champion and the Queen can push their way forward and get the job done. We are running out of a lot of steam at the moment as well. Is Mark going to be able to push all the way in for the Town Hall? It's starting to look a little bit nerve-wracking for sure. Fox is still alive on this Royal Champion. Down goes that Expo. We have got the RC ability still in pocket at the moment. No more spells to reinforce with the remainder of the hit. RC finally locks onto the monolith. We need to pick off the single target Inferno as soon as possible. Single target Inferno does go down. Queen ability goes off. Is the Queen going to have enough firepower right here to get the job done and pick off this Town Hall? Royal Champion is not going to be able to do so. Super Bobs are going to be assisting with this Queen to pick off the Town Hall. Phoenix doing a great job right there as well. Queen beating a different ball to these Super Barbs, which is a bit of a problem, but it should be more than enough. A little bit scary with those Rocket Loons coming out of the Clan Castle, but the Queen nonetheless is going to be able to get through this wall and pick off this Town Hall. A little bit dicey right there for Mark, but will it be enough to get the 3-star, which it should be? But is it going to be enough to get the win for Synchronic Gaming against Boom Academy? We're going to find out after Boom Academy's final attack of the war. The final attack of the war is now in. GG in is coming on in for Boom Academy with another Sui Lalo. I love seeing these Sui Lalo hits from Boom Academy. Actually, been very, very nicely created for them, and they're very fast as well. Queen at the 6 o'clock side. King pushed on in from the 7 o'clock side as well, trying to get this scar shot. RC early from the 9 o'clock side, kind of dissecting and creating pathing for these loons also. Queen is fighting off that King. This is a little bit sketchy for this Queen, because Queen ability does go off. We are hoping that this Queen goes in and hopefully picks off this Town Hall, but this abundance of Skellies right there could be a little bit problematic, especially with the invisibility but behind that Town Hall. Lalo coming on in nice and early from the 12 to 10 o'clock side of the base, anti-clockwise at the moment of deployment. Heal over that first multi-targeting Inferno Tower. Royal Champion pops ability, takes down that double cannon as well. Stone Slammer from the 2 o'clock side of the base, with a couple more loons trickling on in from the 1 o'clock side. Royal Champion pops that Lava Hound. The final amount of loons remaining come in from the 4 to 5 o'clock side. We have got 4 more balloons left in pocket. Haste over that double archer tower, and the double cannon right here is looking really nice as the Queen does pick off this Town Hall. Invisibility spell still does not go off, which could be a little bit of an issue. Loads of trash buildings on the outside. He is deploying his cleanup at the moment to try and speed this up as much as he humanly can. But unfortunately, with this hit being over 1 minute 30 seconds, we are not going to be seeing a win for Boom Academy on time. Synchronic Gaming will take it on time for sure, but we will show you guys those match results at the end. And there we go. We swagged that last invisibility. We get the 3-star done. A beautiful war by Boom Academy. So now looking at these stats, both of these teams end up going perfect right here. 15 stars for 15. It's a draw on paper, but if we look at the time right here, so we're going to go into the war details, scroll all the way down, and there we have it. Synchronic Gaming with a 1 minute 30 average attack duration. And we have Boom Academy 1 minute and 46 seconds. And that's going to wrap up the video, guys. I hope you guys enjoy it. Thank you so much for watching. Stay tuned for daily content, and we are out. Take care and peace.